Hello, my name is Sarah Parson. I am the Oracle Artist. I'm here to help make you laugh, discover divine clarity, and be your own Oracle. Today we have a fabulous pick a pile reading for you, and today's topic is how to stay focused on your desired outcomes. This is something I've been needing to know too. So I just felt this seems like a good one. This seems like one we could all use because there's always things we want to work towards, always fantasies or dreams or desires that we have. And this is just going to help us figure out how can we stay on that path? How can we stay focused, but in a gentle way? I'm all about the opposite of hustle culture, like the opposite of working super hard to get where you want. I've come up with this term for myself as working easy. I love working easy, meaning that's when you really follow your intuition, you follow your heart, you rest when you feel called to rest, and then you work when you feel called to work. And those moments of rest really help make the moments of work feel not as hard. It makes it feel easier, like it's more natural. And so that's kind of the vibe of this reading. Also, I'm like channeling this right now. I wasn't thinking about this as much, but right now I'm hearing the collective spirit team basically say these messages are how to work toward, like how to stay focused on your desires, but in a way that's working easy. So meaning following your passions, your heart. So you're still doing the work, but it's a different feeling when you're completing the work and doing the work. It's less stressful, it's less daunting, and it's more just focused energy. And you're taking time to take care of yourself. My cat just started playing with her toy, so if you hear a little ball rolling around, that is her. And now she stopped after she's about to go for it. So I just wanted to say that. If whatever reading you pick, if you hear a little like, it's her name's Patsy. But anyway, yeah, that's the vibe of this reading. So I'm very excited. If you've never done pick a pile before, it's where you look to see what pile speaks to you the most. It can be the pile itself. You can look at the crystals. Here we have Tiger's Eye for pile number 1. Good old Tiger's Eye. Here we have some orange calcite for pile number 2. And here we have Angel Aura Quartz for pile number 3. It's kind of funny because it's like we got some like 2 big ones here, and then it was like, have the tiny little baby be one too. So you can choose based off the crystal. You can look at the cards. So if you're new here, Fun Friday, I use 2 of my most favorite fabulous decks, What Do You Mem? And my own channeled Fun Friday Oracle deck that I use Buddy the Elf playing cards, and he's our spirit guide here. And on the other side are messages that go with the picture. So if you see any pictures, and I've also included another deck I created today. It's just a homemade Oracle deck. It's more serious, but I just felt really called to use that along with an astrology deck today as well. So that's kind of the vibes here. So without further ado, this is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. You can use a random number generator if you want to. Just you can close your eyes, think of a number that calls to you. There are so many different ways to pick a pile, and these are collective readings, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Some things will resonate with you and some things might not, since it's for the collective. Well, this was a long introduction, but you know, it is what it is. But I'm very excited, so I'll see you at your reading.
Ooh, yeah, it's Fun Friday.
Hello, pile number 1. I have laid out your cards as instructed by the spirits. So what I do here when I say be your own oracle, at the end of each reading that I do, there is a card I will flip over and I will have you decipher it for yourself. So that's where it comes to be your own oracle, and I was told this is that one, and that's why we have the stone on here, the crystal, the Tiger's Eye. So just so we know, that's going to be the last one turned over. So for this reading, I'm just being instructed. They're just going to tell me which ones to flip over and we'll go with it. So again, we're here to look at how to stay focused on your desired outcomes. I'm being guided to switch this one over first. Okay. I'm hearing rejoice, rejoice, rejoice in what you've already accomplished. If you keep trying to like I'm hearing push down, forge down the path that you're really wanting to take without letting yourself do this in the middle of each accomplishment, what's the point? Wow, they were like, tell it how it is. So I'm hearing like, what's the point? I'm hearing this might be a little bit of a sassy reading, like a little bit of a, like a, not curt, but like tell it how it is sort of reading in a way. So they're like, warn them. And I'm getting very warm. So they are very much here with me today and all of us. So again, I'm hearing to stay focused on your desired outcomes. You need to recognize when you've completed said desired outcomes. So if you just keep on working towards something, and then another thing, and then another thing, and then another thing, it's almost like, what's the point if you're not stopping to bask in what you've already done for yourself? Because you need to have gratitude. You need to like soak in gratitude, look around you at the abundance you already have to be able to like hone that energy in to get more of that. If you lack appreciation for what you have, if you lack what you've already accomplished, like appreciation for what you've already accomplished, basically your guides, the universe is like, what's the point of giving you more? If you're always just going to want more without saying thank you to yourself, really, is what I'm hearing, then why do you deserve more? Again, like I said, this is kind of like a to the point reading. The energy is like, it's like tough love. That's what I'm hearing right now, is tough love. So I'm almost hearing you're like too focused on desired outcomes, which means you're lacking focus on the outcomes, because it's all about what do you want from these outcomes. Think of the feelings that you want. It's most likely this feeling of rejoice and happiness. And I'm looking at how they're older, and I'm almost hearing like if you keep at the pace where you're at, like it's gonna take you a long time. You're gonna be old by the time you realize, oh my gosh, I've always had it within me. And like, I'm hearing there might be regret for never fully seeing what you've already had in front of you. So they're like, don't take this long to rejoice in what you have, but rejoice in it now. Okay, wow. That was a big start, I feel. Okay, now I'm gonna go to this one. I'm almost hearing like, we have blessed you with all of these things. You have blessed yourself with all of these things, yet this is the attitude you have? I'm hearing like, I'm almost hearing this is how your guides are looking at you right now. Like, you're kidding, right? Like, you have all of these blessings. You have all of these blessings. I'm hearing them also say this is to me. So this is also to me, so don't feel like you're alone in this. That's hilarious. We're in this together, okay? We're getting shaped up here together. But I'm almost hearing like, look around. Look around. What do you already have? Be appreciative of what you've done, what you've already set up for yourself. I'm hearing a lot of, I'm including myself in this because I was told this is also for me, but a lot of us might feel like we're failures in some way, and they're literally like, what the hell? What? How dare you view yourself this way? Yeah, they're like, have this energy. Like, why are you moping around when you've already done so much for yourself? And look how far you've come, is what I'm hearing. So they're like basically like, knock it off. Look how amazing of a job you've done. Wow. Well, we're getting our asses handed to us. I'm hearing, but in a loving way. I think I'm gonna work. I'm debating which ones. Okay, actually I'm gonna do the I was gonna say astrological. It is astrological, yeah. Oh my gosh. Sorry, when I channel, I'll probably say this almost in every video, I get very spacey and it's like hard for me to like have common sense sometimes or like remember basic things. But I'm gonna use my little guidebook because I'm still learning. Isn't she cute? But let's see, we got Uranus. Okay. I'm hearing this is the energy we need to embrace or that we're in and need to shift. We'll get more insight when I read this. So I'm gonna flip. I'm just gonna show you one last time because it'll be kind of hard to see there. Uranus, what do you mean? Well, what do you mean for us? And if you are really good at knowing the stars and planets and you already have an idea what this could mean for you, like that's amazing. You can take what you know too. That's why it's a collective reading. It'll mean different things to everybody. So Uranus, the god Uranus rules the night sky and the heavens. Astrologically, the celestial body that bears his name is also about heavenly aspirations and the limitless vision of the cosmos. Sorry. I feel like I'm trying to channel as I read, and this is really hard, actually. This is the planet that rules invitation and originality, brings in a fresh point of view. Uranus is the bestower of genius, as well as originality and eccentricity. Oh my goodness. Eccentricity. Welcome to me and my reading. Okay. I hope you understand that. A willingness to go to extremes no matter what the norms of society might expect. This can lead to rebellion, even revolution, both personally and globally. When Uranus appears in your oracle reading, expect flashes of brilliance that lead to meaningful change. Okay, as I was reading this, I just really, the originality part, eccentricity. Oh my gosh. Like I know what that, it's just like you're like eccentric. Oh my gosh, is it eccentricity? Okay. Again, welcome to me, unfiltered. But really, I'm just really hearing how to stay focused on our desired outcomes is to be ourselves, be our unique individual selves, like really show up truly as we are, like be eccentric, be just you. I'm just hearing like there is no one like you. Yeah, no matter what norms of society might expect. I'm hearing go against the norm. Like I think a lot of us who have this reading tend to view society as something that's like not favorable in certain ways or really wants to make changes to how society is or how we work in society. Like I said, our society's culture is a lot about like the hustle, work hard, like keep going, be really stressed. If you're a very stressed business owner or worker, you're doing it right. No, like I said in the beginning at the intro, like I'm all about working easy, and I feel like this is all about working easy. Like change the societal norms, be your unique self in how you work and how you accomplish things. Don't feel guilty if you find yourself not working for 3 days and then the next 2 days you're like on fire working constantly. That just means that's how you work, and you need to rest for 3 days and then you like have a fire in you for 2 days. Like I'm just hearing, yes, like the originality is just the biggest thing that's sticking out for me. That's going to really help us stay focused. Yeah, expect flashes of brilliance that lead to meaningful change. I'm hearing those who are watching this reading want to create change in a big way, and all small actions can lead to really big change. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm almost like viewing this card again. They're like, you don't understand what you're doing for yourself and for others. Like, why are you viewing yourself the way you're viewing yourself? Like, they don't like it. They're like, view yourself like this. Like, stop putting yourself down or feeling like you're not doing enough. I'm hearing you're doing plenty. Like, keep up the uniqueness. I'm hearing the rest, the rejuvenation is when you get those brilliant ideas. It's when you really like call in your purpose is what I'm hearing. And celebrate. Even if one day all you do is rest and relax and then you have this brilliant idea at the end, that's a cause for a celebration. You came up with an idea. Or if you literally just relax the whole day and you're like, my cup filleth over now. Like, celebrate that. Like, now you are like full and you are ready to then take inspired action the next day or the next day. Like, without rest, you're gonna burn out. And then I'm hearing like, you're gonna go along with the society's viewpoint on how working hard and everything is the only way. It's not. I'm hearing we are creating a more sustainable working future, and I'm hearing you are part of that shift. You are part of that change to recognize that within yourself. So take your uniqueness and just know when you take care of yourself, and you will experience brilliance. And so really taking care of yourself is how you will stay focused on your desired outcomes, celebrating yourself, celebrating your unique qualities, celebrating the unique things that you come to the table with. You know, one of those quotes. Yeah, I'm just really hearing, unique. You're just very unique. And that's what you need to tap into. That's going to help you stay focused, is when you look more inwards at yourself and celebrate your unique qualities. Okay, now they want me to pull this one. Pop on some bright colors, stand up tall, and believe in yourself. And look at my lovely handwriting, because this one I only expected for me to see. But, okay, it's time to really... I'm also kind of seeing they're wearing like a lot of colors here too. Like, I'm hearing if it's hard to celebrate yourself right now, if like somehow you're just feeling really down, like you feel like you're not doing enough, but you're like, but I'm hearing this, like I'm hearing I need to celebrate myself, but it's hard to right now. Pop on things that are going to make you feel good. Wear things that are going to help you feel proud and confident, and that's going to really help you get in this headspace. I'm also hearing like decorate your home, pop colors in your home. Or when you're out and about, just really look at the colors around you. I'm hearing that's gonna help some of you actually. How to stay focused on your desired outcomes is colors. Like looking at colors around you, color schemes. I'm getting a lot of chills with this one. Like if you're an artist or like very much create with colors in some way, I'm hearing look around your surroundings and you're going to get a lot of inspiration, a lot of unique inspiration with where you go and how you view colors. And you're going to be able to bring that back to your work. Like that feels like a very big message for a few of you. Like a very, very big one. Like really look at color schemes. Like ones that like in nature really is kind of what I'm hearing. Like natural, like not man-made or, you know, human-made, whatever. But still, I think you will still find fun color palettes like out and about too, or even like on Pinterest, like, but I don't know, I'm just really feel like I'm looking outside a lot as I say this, at the trees, and that's when it was really coming to me. That's why I'm saying nature, like, you know, the leaves are changing color this time of years, foliage is like dying. I don't know, like, like not in a, I didn't mean that in like a sad way, but really like colors are like changing in nature. So that just feels big. Okay, now they want me to flip over this one. Tap into your intuition. So how you can stay focused on your desired outcomes. What is your intuition telling you to do? Again, with the working easy. If you're like, I have to type up this large thing, or I have to look into my finances today. It's like, it's Thursday. I always look into my finances on Thursday, but your heart, your soul is calling you to sit down and create on your iPad, or take a walk out in nature, or to do yoga, to hang out with a friend. I'm hearing do that instead. If it feels not like escapism, because escapism is different, but I'm hearing if you literally just feel like this feels so right to like be creative, hang out with somebody, go out in nature, I'm hearing do that, because then that will give you that energy, that will give you the creativity, that's going to help then steamroll into the things you do have to do, like your finances and all of that. Like, and I'm hearing to share this, like this last week, I launched my rebirth launch and my metamorphosis rebirth launch, and I'm gonna tell you, normally launch weeks stress me out. I am so stressed all the time. I decided, I'm like, I'm working easy, and I literally followed my heart. I created when I felt like creating, I napped and I read, even though I'm like, I have to do this website write-up, all this stuff. Let me tell you, I had more energy to do all those things when I let myself rest, when I let myself read a book for 3 hours, when I was like, I need to do my website write-ups. The fact that like I was like, my heart called me to read, it wasn't escape. It was like I felt so called to read for such a long period of time, and it like rested me in this way that I didn't know I needed. So then by the time I was done, I was like, okay, I'm kind of done reading now. I was like, now I have the energy to do my website and do the writing up. And I love how my website descriptions came out. Like it felt they feel very authentic. They feel very good to me. Whereas before, if I would have just sat down and been like, well, I have to do this right now, so I'm going to do this write up, they wouldn't have come from the heart. They would have come from my ego, like a place of needing to get this done. So I'm hearing, again, kind of going back to this card, to tap into that uniqueness, to tap into your true brilliance, you need to listen to your intuition on how to get things accomplished, on how to do things, and when to rest. And again, there is a fine line of escapism and like listening to your heart. So you do have to listen to that. But I'm almost hearing err on the side of like doing the like reading a book or going on a walk, and then when you're doing it, you'll know like I'm escaping, or you'll be like, this is exactly what I needed. So really listen to that, because then it's gonna give you so much energy. And I can say this is true. This is exactly what happened during my launch week. I've never been less stressed during launch ever. Like, I'm telling you, I worked easy and it worked so much in my favor. And so I feel like that's just a big message for all of us right now. Okay, on to Buddy the Elf. What's he saying? Did someone say party? Okay, again with the celebrate. I'm hearing the song, celebrate good times, come on, let's celebrate. Yeah, so I'm hearing, again, celebrate your successes. Even if it feels like it wasn't a success in the moment, like you put something out there, you did something, like you accomplished this task, like celebrate it. I'm hearing you're going to reap the rewards later, like, or you learned a lesson which is going to help you reap rewards later. I'm hearing it all goes into this big melting pot. Like I'm seeing like a soup being stirred with like potatoes being put in, like all of this stuff. And it's like, everything you're doing is an ingredient to your success. If you like, it's hard to see, because if you have soup and you just put the tomatoes in and you're like, oh, this soup's gonna suck. Like it might, like, but over time, once you put in the celery and the spices and, you know, the meat, if you meat or tofu, whatever you desire, then it's like, you look and you're like, oh my gosh, like now I see how it's gonna be like really good soup. If I just stopped at the tomatoes, this soup would have sucked. If I just gave up on this soup and forced myself to eat it with just the tomatoes and hot water, like that would have been really shitty. Like, or if you just threw it out, you never would have known how good that soup would have been if you just kept adding ingredients. And I'm hearing you are slowly adding to your soup right now. So celebrate each time you add an ingredient, because that's an ingredient that you accomplished putting in. You chopped it up, you did the work, you put it in, and now it's simmering. Oh, it's like spreading the flavor. It's spreading the flavor. And like, oh, like it's just simmering. It's just, you know, and soup can take hours sometimes, you know, to just like get all the flavors meshed together, or in a crock pot, you know. Instapot's not included in this. But I'm just like, I don't know, they just keep showing me like keep adding to your soup, and party every time you add an ingredient, because once you get to the final, like once you realize the soup has been created and is done, and you taste the sweet soup, or like your sweet victory or success, you know, in your life, you're gonna be like, that's why I had to go through that. That's why I didn't get this many people buying this product at this time, because it wasn't ready. I needed to add all these other ingredients before my website could be fully launched, or before people bought my products, or before people watched such and like, or like I got my promotion at work. I needed all of these things to be put into place so the soup could be ready and then I could fully enjoy it. Because if you have your success too early, if you kind of force or rush divine timing, you're not going to get your super delicious soup or the success that you crave. So to stay focused on your desired outcomes, like really celebrate everything you're doing. And again, there's going to be hard times. It happens. You know, I've cried before during stuff. It's a thing, and it sucks to feel disappointed, but I'm hearing, let yourself feel those feelings, but then celebrate what you did accomplish. Party it up. You can have friends over, you can party with yourself, buy yourself a little treat, let yourself rest longer than normal, like just celebrate yourself in some way. And I'm hearing like, keep that resilience going. Okay, now for this, buddy. Oh, the divine wants you to know you are fine. Oh, you're so fine. Yes, like I'm almost hearing like you are fine. Like in the way of like where you're at right now is where you need to be. You are fine. Like you are fine. You know, don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. And yes, you look good, but it's more of like, I literally heard in my head, baby girl, you're okay. Baby boy, you okay. Baby human, you okay. You're okay. Baby soul, you know, like however you identify, like you are just, you're good. You're fine. You are where you need to be. Please celebrate yourself, because we are upset when you don't. We're upset when you speak negatively to yourself, and we're upset when you just don't recognize yourself. Does anyone else see this like purple? Oh, okay. It's the light from my ring light that this is holding on. I'm like, is the spirit with us? Wait, but it's like moving. Wait a second. Oh my God. What's going on? No, is it just how I'm holding this? Yeah, it is. It still could be spirit. Okay, like I'm actually hearing this one's gonna go along with this. What do you mean? What do you mem? Oh my goodness, a slip up. Oh, what do you mem? And now it's your time to figure out how these two cards speak to you specifically. This is where you're gonna be your own oracle. I'm just gonna read off this card, show you the picture, and show you the picture of this one, and it's up to you to decipher exactly what it means to you along with these messages. So that means it's going to be very much pertain to you and you only. And if you want in the comments, you can let me know how you viewed these. So let's take off this tiger's eye. I'm gonna read this first and then show the what do you mem. Okay. Time to ye, time to ha. I love this card. Okay. This. So these are Be Your Own Oracle. How do these cards speak to you along with the rest of the reading? Time to ye, time to ha, and then this gem. So you can take a little moment, you can pause the video if you want, go back and pause it where they were shown a little closer, or maybe instantly the message came to you. However it is, whatever came to mind, there's no right or wrong. That's the whole point about being your own oracle. It's you know yourself better than anybody else, and you like listen to your intuition when it comes to this. You don't need anyone else telling you what things mean. You totally have it in you to figure it out. But these are the messages for group number 1 for us. I'm hearing, because again, I'm included. We'll all work on this together. Let's party, let's celebrate what we've accomplished. What we have accomplished. Time to ye, time to ha, and whatever these lovely cards mean to you. And again, if you came up with any other meanings to these cards for yourself, that means it's right. That means it's for you. I've done that when I watch Pick a Pile readings. Someone will read, I'll hear someone talk about a card and I'll almost not hear them, and I'll hear my own message for that card come in like through my head, like my clear audience. Like, and so maybe that happens to you during readings like this, and that means the card's meant for you, but not the way they're talking about it. So maybe I said something, you're like, that doesn't pertain to me, but this does with that card. That means you're being your own oracle, and we love that. We love that here. So I'm gonna leave you group number 1. Thank you so much for taking your time and spending time with me on this fun Friday, or whenever you're watching this. Maybe it's a Monday, who knows? Well, I love you all, and if you feel like getting a personal reading with me, I have fun personal readings on my website. I actually have a Fun Friday reading that you could get if you desired, or other ones too. So, or you can just stick to the YouTube, whatever you feel called to do, you know? Well, have an amazing rest of your day or evening, or just whatever time it is in the universe where you are. So long.
Ooh, yeah, it's Fun Friday.
Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading of how to stay focused on your desired outcomes. So, I was told to lay out the spread like this and to kind of work my way up as I read the cards for you. And if you're new to this channel, what I do at the end of each reading, I call it Be Your Own Oracle. It's when you decipher some cards on your own that I flip over. So this one, you will be your own oracle for yourself with the orange calcite that is on it. I was told this is the one we will flip at the very end. So let's get into your reading, how to stay focused on your desired outcomes. We're gonna start with this little number right here. Okay, I'm almost hearing take the leap. Believe in yourself. I always view this card as the Fool's energy that's in tarot. I'm hearing don't look back at the past. I'm hearing a lot of you might be stuck in the past, not like in your head. Like you keep looking back at what was instead of looking forward on what could be. So I'm hearing there's a lot of like stuck and stagnant energy within you. I'm almost hearing a lot of you might benefit from like a Reiki session, like that's energy healing, like to cleanse the chakras or to unblock chakras. Or like you can do like there are free ones on YouTube that you can find as well, like meditations to unblock chakras, so you don't need to spend money if you don't want to. But I'm hearing for those of you who do have a person you like to go to see Reiki, I'm hearing now is the time. I'm just hearing, again, like you might be wanting to be staying back here but I'm hearing a lot of you might not even realize that you keep looking back at the past. But they're like, you need to take the steps forward. Like, to stay focused on what you want, you can't keep looking backwards. And I'm hearing a lot of you might want what you used to have, and that could be part of it, like either like a partner that you miss, or a job you used to have, a place you used to live. I'm hearing like there might be longing there, and you're almost like, that's what I desire though, is what is in the past. But I'm hearing, I'm literally getting so many chills. I heard, girl, you don't even know what's in the future for you. Like, and if you're someone else who identifies other than a girl, like they're just same person, you don't even know what is coming for you. So I'm just saying that, like, I'm hearing take a leap of faith on yourself and at the fact that like there is good in the future. I'm feeling very soft, gentle energy. Like I really feel a lot of you might be going through a hard time right now, or maybe not hard, but just this almost like reminiscent time and missing. Like I'm just feeling a lot of like longing and missing. And I feel like your spirit teams are just very like almost like brushing your hair. Like it's very nurturing energy of like, we understand you feel this way, but please, please look forward. Like it's almost like they're very sad how much you keep looking at the past, but they understand why. I'm also hearing journaling a lot could very much help. Like journaling about the losses you may have had or the things that you miss about the past. Like get it out there. Really get it out there. If you see a therapist, talk about it. I'm hearing when that's why I heard stagnant before. I feel like it's a lot of energy and thoughts that you're keeping within yourself and like shoving down. And that's why also like maybe a lot of your chakras are being blocked, or a few of them where the energy is being held. That stagnant energy is being held, so it's blocking these chakras. I'm hearing like throat and root for a lot of you. Yeah, I mean, again, it could be multiple, or like if those don't identify with you, other things. It might be that that's just the majority for the people watching this one. But I'm really hearing take the leap forward. I'm hearing a lot of you might have gotten a proposition actually about something that might be scary to you, or you're like resistant because, and maybe it's the proposition that has made you think of the past a lot. Like if you've gotten a job opportunity to move somewhere, or if someone's like, hey, I like you, would you go on a date with me? Or if it's like a new friend being like, hey, let's get drinks, like you're an awesome person, I'd love to like get to know you better. And maybe that's making you like almost stand your ground more and like think about the past friendships, past lovers, past places you've lived. Like I'm hearing that could have triggered something within you, and I'm hearing that's good because now you can work on that. Now it's open more, it's out more. Like that stagnant energy that's been in you is like, it's a wound that's being open, and they're saying it's good because now you get to work through that wound and that healing. And it's like, you don't need to heal in a day. Like healing it's through your whole life. And so you can continue to take these leaps forward. Like you can have dinner with that friend. You can go on a date. And again, it's like just taking this leap for yourself. It doesn't mean you have to like super commit, but if there are things like you feel like this job is so good for you, you need to relocate, but you just keep thinking of the past that you'd be leaving behind, even though you know it's not for your highest good, and you know the leap forward is for your highest good, they're like, take that leap. And I'm feeling like your guides are like, almost like rubbing your back at night. Like I'm just feeling such gentle energy, like you are their child, and they're just like, I just want what's best for you. And it's almost like they're like, we know, like, you know how parents have to let their kids like make mistakes and do all that stuff so they can learn lessons. It's almost like you've been going through this almost, and I don't know, they're just like, we're gonna obviously you have free will, do what you want, but it's almost they're like, we know what's best for you, and we hope you follow this guidance. But again, you are your own soul, you have your free will, you need to do what you need to do, and then you'll just learn, and maybe that'll make it better for you, but like eventually you'll get there. But I think they just want to nudge you right now, like to get you there faster. So they're like, stop looking at the past and start looking towards the future. That was a lot of energy in one card. Next, we're gonna go to this one. I'm almost hearing like this is you being like stuck, like frozen, being like, I don't know what to do. Like I'm just feeling a lot of like energy, like almost like there's too much to compute, so you freeze. Like a computer, when you click too many things and all that stuff, and it's like it just freezes because it's like, well, you gave me too many things to accomplish, so now I can't accomplish any of them. Like, I almost feel like that's the energy you might have. You're like, there's too many things going on, too many changes, too many people asking me things. I'm being pulled in so many directions, so I am just gonna sit here and just contemplate what's going on, what is life, what's happening. And I'm kind of feeling almost like, again, they're just trying to like give you this nudge to get you to start moving again. But again, in a forward direction, not a backwards direction. And again, I'm hearing this is not, they're not like, there's no putting down here. It's almost, they're like, we see you're in this energy. How can we help you? Like this reading is supposed to just really help you get back on the path to your desires. And so like, the thing is all about how to stay focused on your desired outcomes. And I'm almost hearing like, to stay focused, shift from looking from the past to the future, because there are desires for you in the future. I'm hearing there are so many more desires moving forward, because all the ones that if you move backwards, it's their old desires. They do not go with your highest good. They do not align with your highest self, and they're not going to feel right. It's going to feel familiar, but they're not going to be right or feel right. It's just going to feel, like I said, familiar, the same, stagnant, and then you're gonna stay in this energy. And it's like, in the long run, it's just not gonna be good. Also in the short run. Yeah, so keep moving forward. And again, it's okay, like, just take one step at a time. Like, move your fingers like, do something that moves you forward. Lift a toe. Like, like, it doesn't have to be like you like come out of this position, you jump and you take the leap right away. It can be a month of slowly moving forward, because it can be hard to get out of the stagnant energy. Like I'm saying, like journal about it, talk about it, make moves. Like maybe you do get coffee with someone who asked you, and like that's what you do in a week, and that's your big thing for 1 week. That's amazing, you know? And maybe you are a person who like needs to move fast once you figure something out. So maybe you do move fast. That's okay. But again, keep moving forward. I'm hearing keep every day do something to move forward. So maybe there's one big thing you do a week, but each day there's something small. So big energy there too. Now I'm going to read this one. So this is from my astrological oracle deck, and we're just going to see what kind of energy to hone in on. And I'm going to read it from my book because I'm still learning about all things astrology. So here we got Taurus energy. Taurus, I'm hearing some of you might be a Taurus or be surrounded by Tauruses. And before I even get into the book, I'm hearing be the bull. Be the bull, be the bull. So let's take a little look-see here. What do we have here? Taurus, the bull, element earth, planetary ruler Venus, motto, I have. I have. There's a gentle quality to Taurus, that an appreciation of the physical world that is grounded in earthly sensuality. Under this placid exterior lies a determined and often stubborn will. Romance, productive, and responsible, Taurus can also be self-indulgent and slow to anger and may hold a grudge. Okay, that's funny because like the stagnant energy like I was talking about, the stubborn will, like it's almost like you're like, I will stay in this energy. I will stay in the past. I will stay stagnant because I can. And I'm hearing move past that. Be the bull and charge forward. Like, don't just stand there like going like this with your feet, like, and never charging ahead. I'm hearing like you need to charge ahead. Take that energy and charge ahead. The romantic stuck out to me. I feel like a lot of you, not a lot of you, a few of you, this could be like romance involved. Like, if you're thinking of exes and longing for them, even though they didn't treat you right, I'm hearing just move forward. It doesn't mean you have to go on a date with every single person, but like, maybe it's just taking a step of like, I'm gonna go to a bar by myself and just like chat with somebody, or literally not, but just be in the energy of people surrounding me having a good time with other people. Like go to a romantic place that like, even by yourself, where you can feel, I'm hearing like good romantic energy, healthy romantic energy. And like the may hold a grudge. I'm hearing that can be how a lot of you are staying in the past, and that's hard to stay focused on your desired outcomes when you're holding grudges. So I'm hearing therapy, talking about this, journaling it out, doing some shadow work of why are you holding grudges, who is it from, and working on forgiving them, because that helps you. When you forgive, that's for you, it's not for the other person, and they never have to know you forgive them. You can write it in your journal, and that releases it from you. So I'm hearing be the bull about moving forward and being the bigger person versus sitting stagnant and holding resentment, or again, that wishful like, oh, I wish I could be there still, because that doesn't help you. We want to help you. I'm hearing your guides be like, we want to help you. Again, they're just like very gentle energy of like, we just want you to be happy and like keep going ahead. Yeah, so that's kind of the energy to embrace. That's the energy to embrace right now, to be able to help you stay focused on your desired outcomes. Next, I'm going to read these ones. So here we have, what positive things are happening to you right now? And yeah, I wrote these out thinking these weren't going to be for anyone else's eyes, so it's probably really hard for you to read. But what positive things are happening to you right now? So that's going to help when you think of the present. That's going to help you move forward, because when you are in the present, it's just kind of like you keep staying in the present, you keep staying in the present, and then you do things in the present that make you happy. You do things in the present moment that make you feel good. You do things in the present moment that take you forwards, and then that's how you move forwards, is when you are in the present. So again, not looking backwards, but look at where you are now. So again, if you keep looking at things that you miss, or even that you're angry towards or resenting that are behind you, what is going right in your life right now? What do you appreciate in your life right now? And I'm hearing journal about this, like make a list. I'm hearing make a list of 50 things. That seems like a lot, but it's really not. This is homework, okay? For those of you who are very serious about wanting to move on the path forward, I'm hearing you need to do this. These are instructions. Get out a notebook or something. I'm hearing they want you to write it with your hand. You can make it into art if you love being creative. Use different colors, make a pattern, doodle around it, but write 50 things you are thankful for in this present moment. What is going right now? So things you're grateful for and / things that are going right. So you can say, well, I'm able to pay all my bills on time. That's amazing. That is amazing. Well, like I love, like here in Washington State, it was super smoky and we finally got rain for the first time in forever. And it was like, we got rain now and the smoke is gone. Like that's something that could be going right for you. So it can be things around you that are happening for you, all of that stuff. So I'm just hearing this is loving homework, you know, but again, make it cozy, light candles. You can even be in a bath if you have like one of those things that you can like put over the bathtub and like have little snacks on it and write in there. Like I'm just hearing, make it a luxurious moment as you do this. Don't just like huff and puff and sit down and be like, well, I have to do this. No, like make it a time for yourself. Make it pleasurable to write down these things you're grateful for. And then you'll be in that energy. I'm hearing like, get a little weepy, get sentimental. Like that's just gonna really help you stay focused on what you want. And then when you know what you have now, it's easier to manifest and visualize what you do desire that's in the future and not behind you. But again, it's really important to stay focused on what you have now, and that will just gradually, naturally get you to what you want in the future. And then this one, time to help someone today. It will end up helping you. I'm almost hearing there could be like someone either in the same boat as you, and I'm hearing share this information with them, like be in it together, and that will help you like almost hold each other accountable. Because you know, some people will have friends or people they're close to in their life because they love complaining to each other, like they love sharing misery. I'm almost getting like be the opposite of that. Be with someone who maybe you once enjoyed being miserable with and say, you know what? It is time I pivot. This is what I'm gonna do. Why don't you join me? And I'm almost hearing like you're reaching out a hand to them and you can like support them in that. I'm almost hearing like you can share this reading if you think that would help, but most importantly, it's really like I'm hearing what you say to them, how you help them. It's gonna really help you because then you have someone to hold each other accountable. Or if you don't have a friend like that or something, I'm hearing for some of you, it's actually like someone who's in like a dark place right now, like who really needs support. And I'm hearing you just reaching out to say hi, to get coffee. I keep bringing up to get coffee or tea, you know, just maybe go to a bookstore, something that you know they enjoy doing. I'm hearing bring them to like a high vibe place, like a place that's cozy, that's full of light and laughter and you. And I'm hearing you helping someone else will help you kind of realize what's going right in your life and going right around you. And I think it's also going to help them see what's going right in their life and around you. And you can be a light for them, and you being a light for them is going to, like, I'm seeing like a mirror. When you shine a light in a mirror, it's going to reflect back at you. Like, that's what I'm seeing. You helping others it just helps you. It's going to put you in a better headspace. It's going to help you get out of this stuck rut. You're going to be able to move forward when you are helping people, or again, being held accountable with somebody else. Like you're gonna, if you have someone to talk to about all the things you're excited about and all the things that are going right in your life, you're slowly gonna move out of this like frozen and stagnant energy and be able to move forward. And it's gonna be way easier to do that when you get out of your own head and are talking to other people and working with other people. So that's really helpful. I'm also hearing just like go out in the community more if you need to, like go to a bookstore, go on a walk at a park you normally won't walk to. Like that's gonna help you get out of this stagnant energy. Just kind of switching up things a little bit. Like if you go on a walk every day or if you work out every day, go somewhere different if you can. Go to a different grocery store even to get your groceries. And I know a lot of us are like, oh, but like I know the aisle's not mine. Just something to get you out of your rut. If the first things I said didn't seem to fit with where your life is right now. I'm hearing just like, yeah, get out there in the community. Okay, now there's this Buddy the Elf we're gonna do. Sing your precious, precious heart out, sweetie. I'm hearing some of you might be musicians, and that's gonna help you a lot. Almost like to sing about the past, to sing about what you've been through, or I said musicians and I said sing, but like musician, singer, songwriter, whatever, like creative outlet in the music way of like getting it out there through music will help you a lot. I'm also just hearing like singing in the shower. I'm hearing using your voice in general. It might not be singing, but like, again, like talk, like I was saying, like talking it out. I'm hearing talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. And I'm visualizing therapy for a lot of you. So either you have a therapist or you've been wanting one, or this is like a little subtle nod to maybe look into one. They also have those hotlines, the virtual ones, or again, I'm hearing journaling. Journaling can help a lot, like getting it out from inside of you and putting it out there in like, I'm hearing a respectful way, because a lot of us could have things that are very heavy and it's not fair to just dump it on a friend because they are not professionals, and then that's a lot of weight on them and they might not know how to respond back to us in an appropriate way. So again, seeking out support in a respectful way that's good for you and who you are talking to. But again, like there are ways, like I said, to connect with others and share your stories with each other that is respectful and that you both can handle. So I feel like you'll know which things to bring up to friends and which you might need a professional for. But again, just use your voice. And again, if you are a musician, singer, songwriter, I'm really hearing sing about it, strum about it, whatever, like hit about it if you're a drummer. Like I'm just hearing use that outlet and it's going to be very beneficial for you. I'm just hearing very beneficial for you. Like they cannot stress, I'm just very beneficial. Like that's funny. I almost feel like they're doing this like very beneficial. Like you don't understand. Okay, and now there's this one. Live, love, laugh, light candles with leisure. Okay. I'm hearing be gentle on yourself after hearing all this, reading all this. Like, don't condemn yourself. Don't put yourself down. Just be gentle with yourself. And again, kind of like I said, set the mood when you write the things you're grateful for. Like, live, love, laugh, light candles with leisure. Like, just get in this gentle energy with yourself as you move forward. Like, if you move forward with harshness or judgment on yourself, I'm hearing if you keep putting yourself down, how are you going to get your desired outcomes if you aren't treating yourself with respect? Then the universe is going to be like, well, you're not treating yourself with respect, so why should you get these desires? Like it's in this way of like, be gentle on yourself, love yourself, have a good time on this journey. You're human. We all go through things like this. We've all experienced time like this in our lives. That's part of being human. That's one of the reasons our souls came to experience this way of life, and it's to learn how to get out of it. It's to learn how to move forward. I almost feel like it should be live, laugh, love, light candles with leisure as you learn. One of my favorite phrases that I say is you don't know until you know. So how can you, if you never knew, how can you be upset with yourself? Like, if you didn't know, and like you just literally don't know. So you can't make a change that you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. So now you know. Now you know to kind of take those steps forwards. You need to move out of this stagnant energy. But again, do it with gentleness to yourself. Like I said, I kept seeing your spirit guides being very gentle with you. That's the energy they want you to treat yourself with moving forward. That's the energy you need to treat yourself with moving forward. I'm almost hearing like this is like a very gentle, like what's it called? Like command. They're like, please love yourself. Like, please be gentle. Like, but like do it, Yeah, so much love, so much gentleness here, but they're like, stay focused on those desired outcomes by moving forward, by looking at the present moment, slowly taking yourself away from the past. And again, to move away from the past, you need to let it out in some way. You need to get it out of your body, out of your mind. Again, through journaling, movement, talking. You know what's best for you, through creating, talking, like singing about it, helping others, all that stuff. So I'm hearing both of these are going to be actually for your Be Your Own Oracle. So I'm going to flip them over and I'll read this one, but I'm not going to give any explanations, and I'll flip this one over. And it's for you to decipher, because when you are your own oracle, you just know what it means for you. And so these messages will be specifically for you with what you hear in your head. And I forgot to mention this in the beginning, and I also told group number 1 this, but if there's ever a time I'm reading cards or showing a card and what I'm saying like you doesn't fit with you, it doesn't seem right with you, but you come up with your own description or way of thinking about it in your own head, you're being your own oracle. That's what you should follow. There are times I watch pick a card readings and I end up tuning out what the person is saying as I look at the card, and I'm like getting other messages in my head. So it's like the card was for me, but not the message they're saying. So that's why I say, as a collective, like, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and you can create your own. That's the beauty of this all. We're all very different. We're all individuals, and we can all, you know, be our own oracles. So I'm gonna flip this one over. First, this side says, we elves need try to stick to the 4 main food groups. So that's that picture. And it said, this is the divine speaking, eat that cookie with no regrets. And then this photo is this. Okay. Interesting energy after all the gentleness we had. I'm so curious if you feel like sharing in the comments what this says to you. So this goes along with this reading. Sorry. Yeah, so you can pause the video if you needed when I showed it up close more. Very, very curious. That's so interesting. We weren't expecting that. Or maybe one of you was like, I know exactly what it means and I'm not surprised. But this is your reading for today, group number 2. Thank you so much for your energy and sharing it with me today. If you want a more personalized reading, I have some on my website. I actually have a Fun Friday reading that you can get that's specifically for you if you like this vibe. I also have other ones. Or if you just want to stick to YouTube for now, you know, do what feels good to you. All about that. Do what feels good to you. Well, I'm going to leave you here. I love you. I hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever time in the universe it is for you where you are. Bye.
Ooh, yeah, it's Fun Friday.
Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading on how to stay focused on your desired outcomes. So I was told that these 2 cards are going to be for what I call Be Your Own Oracle at the end of the reading. So that's why I have your precious angel aura on them. And I will talk more about that at the end if you're new here, but these do what you will read yourself, and it'll go with the rest of the reading. So I was told to lay out the spread this way and kind of read it going upwards. So I'm very excited. The last readings have been very insightful, and I'm just excited. You all have like an extra card, which is kind of cool. Actually, the layout for yours is different than the other 2 has had the same exact layout. You had a little bit different, so I'm very curious to dive on in and see what that is. So we're going to begin with this one. What do you mem? Okay, I'm hearing a lot of you might feel lost, sad, depressed right now. Like I'm getting energy of almost like not feeling worthy. Like not feeling worthy of all the desires, like the fantasies, the things that you see other people have. I'm getting a lot of chills right now. I almost feel like I'm getting a warm embrace. Like your spirit teams really want to send you like a big, massive hug. If you ever just get really warm randomly, like I'm hearing that's your team like hugging you. Like that's them wanting, like sending you so much love and affection because they just see what you're going through. They see how you're viewing yourself and your situations. I'm just hearing there's an outpour of love, and they really want you to know you deserve what you want. Like, you deserve your desires. Like, just because you acted one way in the past, or just because you went through some things, it doesn't mean you don't deserve them. I'm hearing it means like you can hold yourself accountable for what you've done, and you can, you can move on. Like, I'm hearing we are here for a human existence. We are not perfect. Humans are not meant to be perfect. We're here to learn lessons. We are here to move through lessons. We're here to move through life, and that's with grace for ourselves, because we learn a lot as we grow up. We learn a lot. And just so you know, this light is coming from the ring light stand that I have. And in the first pile was like, is that spirit? No, it's the light. It could be though. You never know. But anyway, I'm just hearing this is, I think, the energy of most of you watching this. So let's keep going. Let's see what else of how to help you stay focused on your desired outcomes. Okay, this says knowledge is power. I'm hearing a lot of you have a lot you want to learn or have a lot to learn, and I'm hearing about loving yourself. I'm hearing a lot of you, okay, I'm getting a lot of chills with this too, like, it's so powerful to learn how to love yourself. And that means not thinking you're perfect, not thinking you're the most incredible thing that walks this planet, but simply like respecting you for who you are, knowing you'll make mistakes, holding yourself accountable, and moving forward. Like, I'm hearing knowledge is power in the way of learn to work with what you have, like in the way of like, you are you. There's no one else like you. So what are you going to do with that? Are you going to sit around all day and keep talking negatively to yourself? Or are you going to kind of rise above and say, there is no one like me. Yes, XYZ has happened. Yes, I've done XYZ. But how can I help myself move forward? I'm almost hearing like seeking out support. It could be professional support. I'm also hearing like affirmations on YouTube, like spiritual guidance, if there's any mentors out there that you've had your eye on. Like, I'm just hearing, like, I heard find a tribe that can teach you in a way of like what it just means to be a person who loves themselves. And you don't need someone to teach you. Like I said, there are ways you can read books. Like, I'm just hearing like soak up information, soak up surroundings, like, I think this is part of it. Be surrounded by people who do love themselves. Be surrounded by people who pick themselves up and talk kindly about themselves, or when they catch themselves being negative towards themselves, you hear how they like self-talk through it, or they talk to you about what they do to lift themselves up after a negative situation. I'm hearing this is very important for you. You might be surrounding yourself with a lot of other people like this, who talk down to themselves, who I'm hearing might be stuck in this negative self-talk, and then that helps you stay there as well. So I'm almost hearing like, I see the sunset, I'm almost hearing like rise above that. It can be very hard. Like, I'm not saying this is easy. It can be very hard, but like, be very gentle on yourself, but start working towards saying nice things about yourself, say nice affirmations. It's very powerful to have the knowledge that you are worth it and that you have the ability to move through what you're going through. And that's how you can stay focused on your desired outcomes, because when you realize you're worthy of your desired outcomes, you're naturally going down that path. So I'm almost hearing like you're at a fork in the road right now, because you're kind of sitting there, but you keep looking at the one that you're like, that's the one I deserve, and it's the one that's crappy. It's the one that doesn't feel good. It's the one that's not aligned to you. And I'm hearing, stop looking down that path. Move your head and look towards the one that you want, that you crave, and start working on start doing inner work on realizing that you deserve that. And this doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't need to happen overnight. It can take a while, but that's okay. That's part of the process, I'm hearing. But start looking down that road as a possibility. Start being like, I know that's a possibility. That knowledge is power, knowing that you don't need to walk down the path that you don't want, but you feel like you deserve, because no, you don't deserve that. You deserve the desired outcomes. So start shifting your focus towards that. Even if you just start saying to yourself, I deserve my desired outcomes every day. Like, I'm just hearing same mantras, like watch inspirational things, watch, I don't know, find TED Talks of other people who've been in similar situations as you. Like, surround yourself with energy that makes you feel good and inspired. That's, I think, a big part of this, because that's very powerful when you surround yourself with other energy, because you are, like, you become the 5 people you hang around most, or like the podcasts you listen to, like those count, because that's energy you're soaking up daily or weekly or monthly. So the energy you're around the most in your life, that's what you're going to soak up. So start soaking up that very inspirational, powerful, self-love, talk, basically, energy. Okay, so now I'm going to go to these 2. This one says, eat something, relax, and ask again. So this one in this deck is kind of like if I ask a question, and it's like you need to take time, like take a break almost. Like for me, this is when I'm like, I'll usually work without eating sometimes, even though my stomach will be growling, and then I'll like ask my cards, like, what should I do next? And it's like, take time out, like, you know, and I'm almost hearing like, I don't know, I feel like there are things you might really want right now, or there are things that you're like, you're almost shoving down this feeling of feeling terrible in this way, or like putting yourself down and being like trying to go after something, but they're like, no, you need to stop, you need to pause, and you really need to work on the inner work and then try again, is kind of what I'm hearing. Like there's inner work to be had. You can't keep ignoring it. Like, nourish yourself again by surrounding yourself with this positive energy, or going to seek professional help, guidance, whatever it is that you need. I'm hearing you, that's the first step. Then try again. But the whole time, work on looking at the path of your desires. Know that you do deserve that, but maybe right now you're trying to go down that path, but inwardly you're like, I don't deserve this. Oh, things aren't working out because this is what I did in the past, or this is what happened in the past, so of course I don't deserve this. But you keep trying to go towards it and nothing's happening, or all these roadblocks. It's because of that inner talk. It's because how you feel deep down doesn't align with what you want. Because you don't actually, if you deep down don't feel you deserve it, then it's really hard to get. So pause, do the inner work, do the inner reflections, and then do those, I'm hearing like inspired action steps. But I think right now is just a really time of inward reflection, like shadow work, all of that. And again, seek professional help for like those very deep things. Journal about it, like let it all out is what I'm hearing. So then you can invite in what you want back in. And then this one says, hug a tree, talk to a flower, put your feet in a stream, go outside and enjoy. I'm really hearing ground yourself during this time. It's very easy to almost like float away of being like, this is a lot, this is very hard, this is such hard work. It's really hard to like dig deep and do the shadow work to bring up these thoughts, like, and make it more public to myself or to a therapist or whatever professional help you need. And I'm hearing ground yourself, like go outside, or if you have plants inside, like really use their energy to ground you and nurture you, and also do things that are grounding for you, like taking a bath, like an Epsom salt bath with certain things in there that can ground you. Like you can look up grounding herbs, doing like movement that like is full body movement, like yoga or dancing, where you use your full body and you just kind of feel more grounded and solid as you do that. I'm hearing that's going to really help when you feel like you're kind of like floating away from your own body. Like, you know, if you're like, this is so hard, like I'm disassociating. I'm hearing some of you might easily disassociate, and that's kind of like this energy. And I'm hearing really work on coming back to yourself. This work can be hard. It can be challenging. I'm hearing your guides be like, we know. And that's why we're hugging you all the time. Like, this is why we're sending you even this message to like affirm, like, you're not alone in this. So many people go through this. Like, I went through this. Like, really, I kind of just came out of this energy too. Like, I've been kind of going in and out during this last year that I've been in. So I completely understand how it's so daunting sometimes, or the whole time you're working through things. And again, take it very gentle and easy on yourself and ground yourself. Do nourishing things for yourself. Let your, like, again, give yourself that love. Affirm that what you're going through is hard. It is tough, but you are still lovable to yourself and to others. Just because you're going through a hard time or having to bring up these hard issues with yourself and maybe even others, it doesn't mean you don't deserve love, because you, of course you do. You deserve it so much. And your guides are sending you extra. I'm feeling like, yeah, so if you just get really also randomly emotional, sometimes I feel like that might be like your guides swooping in too, of like sending you a lot of like energy, like no, like letting you know they're there. So that could be another tell. Like, yeah, I'm also hearing you can ask for signs from your guides of like, when I'm having a hard time, please like show me a butterfly, do something, you know, show me a dragon, fish, or like these angel numbers, like 777, like something, like you're like, show me something so I know you're with me. And I'm hearing your guides are like, we're going to hand it to you, you know, but you have to truly believe that it's possible, because it's like, they're like, of course we want to give that to you. They want to show you all the love and support that they have to offer you. So just know, yeah, to really ground yourself in working through this and working on it. Okay, now I'm going to read these ones. Okay. This little buddy, the elf. Hips don't lie. Ask someone to dance for you and see if they are telling you the truth. So kind of like what I was saying with surrounding yourself with people who are more like the energy of self-love, self-forgiveness, all of that. I'm hearing there might be some people in your life that is helping you stay down. And for some of you, it might be people who are lying to you, manipulating you, but also other people, I think it's just people who want someone else to be miserable with, or want someone to stay down with them. And I'm hearing almost like have conversations with these people. Like, it can be very subtle, but like if you're like, I'm really working on loving myself and I found this thing, how do they respond to that? Are they like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you? Or are they like, oh, well, my life just sucks, good for you, sort of a thing? That's gonna help you decipher who can be, I'm hearing like an ally in this, like I'm hearing recovery process of yours, this healing process of yours, or it's gonna be someone you're going to have to learn to let go of, or very much distance yourself from during this time, and maybe for life, depending on the people. You know, depending on how they fit into your life. But I'm hearing kind of like gently bring up these changes and be like, I'm just really working on myself. Like, I'm really trying to get out of this funk, and I'm just really working on like believing in me, and see how they respond to that. Are they happy for you, or do they try to tear you down for doing that? And again, that's going to really help you decipher who you can go through this journey with and who you need to separate from. And I'm hearing this is very important. This is very important for most of you, or really all of you, because I think a lot of this is you being around people with this negative energy. And again, that's why they're like, really get yourself going with this positive energy, even if it all does have to come from online. If your whole friend group is people who love to be miserable with each other, listen to podcasts that lift you up, like do all of this stuff, like go to like a library, or like go to a bookstore, something that feels very good to you, where the energy is like good. You know, when you step into a place and you feel that energy, that like buzzing, I want to say like high vibe energy, like stay there, sit there. Yeah, I'm just hearing that's going to be very, very important. And I feel like there will be people, I think one of the reasons why you're getting this message is because even if like you are in this group of friends who love to be miserable with each other, I think this is going to help you like pull some of them out of that with you. And you're going to have people, like I said, kind of like an ally to like go through this with, like a partner. Maybe not all of you, some of you might need to go through this alone, but it doesn't mean, I mean alone with that group of people, but you're going to find other people to go through this with that are very supportive. So everyone has allies, I'm saying, but like I think specifically like this is going to help weed out, and also like I'm hearing like find a needle in a haystack for some of you. Like someone that you didn't expect to have this reaction is going to be like, wow, like almost like woken up from you saying this and be like, that's actually incredible. I would love to know more about what you're doing, you know, or they're going to like slowly start cheering you on more and more. And then you're going to also help them just naturally come out of their funk too. So this feels pretty beautiful, actually. Yes, again, there's the hard part of letting people go, but I actually feel a lot of beautiful energy from this card. It's more like light. It's more airy. This feels like out of the darkness, there can be like an unpredicted light is kind of what I'm hearing. Okay, so now for this one. Picture this, a stroll in a marvelous park. Again, parks, like being outside, beautiful nature, like just healing energy. I'm feeling healing energy. I'm just really feeling like, sorry, my Wi-Fi was out, but I'm just really hearing to, yeah, just be like, surround yourself with nature, because nature is healing, nature is beautiful. It just naturally has this healing high vibe energy about it, this buzzing of this like alive and free, especially if like you walk around like a marvelous park somewhere that's like, I don't know, where a lot of people go, where there's a lot of happy energy there. Or it can be like a trail that barely anyone goes, so you just feel the energy of the earth. That's going to be very, very helpful and very healing. I'm hearing a lot of you might even like journal outside, like take a journal and really pour your heart out in a journal while you're outside. Ground yourself, like feet on the ground, like, and I hear like some of you might want to find a private place because then you can like cry. Like, I don't know, I'm hearing like you can really let it out, and then the outside energy is going to be very healing for you. Like the wind, the trees, the birds, like as you let it out, that's going to like, you're going to be letting in that healing energy from Mother Nature, basically. So that also feels like a very beautiful card. Okay, now I'm going to read this one. This is for my astrological oracle card deck, and this is energy to embrace. And I'm going to use my guidebook because I'm still learning about astrology. Okay, we have Sagittarius. Okay, actually this is one I do know, but I'm going to read it anyway because I want to see what sticks out as I read it, see what words. But right now I'm hearing aim for your desires, like aim for loving yourself is the big thing I'm getting. Okay, so Sagittarius, the archer, element fire, planetary ruler Jupiter, motto I know. And right now I'm hearing I know I'm worth it. I know I'm worth it. I know I'm worth it. That's what I'm hearing. I know I'm worth setting my sights on what I desire and then moving towards them. The archer takes aim at its goals and interests, always seeking knowledge. Oh my gosh, knowledge is power. And new horizons with a free spirit. Without a strong focus, Sagittarius can wander off into distractions, kind of like what I'm hearing here, lack of ambition or restlessness. The philosopher of the zodiac, this sign always strives to see the long view. So I'm hearing this is not a short journey. This is a healing journey that will take time and patience, but I'm hearing you are so resilient. Everyone has to go through these moments and it's your time, but take aim. Say, I know what I want. I know what I deserve. I deserve my desires. I'm focused on the path that I want. And you're taking aim at that path. And you're saying, I'm going to be walking this path. And you just saying that is starting your journey down that path. And to be very patient with yourself and the patience with the time it takes to go through this journey. But I'm hearing, oh my God, you don't even know what's at the end of this path for you. Like, well, really this path is never ending. So you don't know what's coming along this path for you. It's beautiful, it's divine, it's better than you ever could have imagined. Like, that's what I'm hearing. And so I'm hearing, take aim at that path and know, I know I'm worth it. Again, I feel like you need to write that down somewhere and say, like, I know I'm worth it. Say it to yourself in the mirror. I know I'm worth my desires. I know I'm worthy of happiness. I know I'm worthy of being healthy. And I also heard, I know I'm worthy of having a healthy body. So maybe some of you will be working on like dietary stuff, like in a healthy way, in a way that respects your body and soul and your mind. But I'm just hearing, you are worthy, and like, to shout it from the rooftops. Like, that's one thing. Okay, they're telling me, I want you to repeat right after me right now, everything I say. I am worthy of my desires. I am worthy of what I want. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of being loved. I am worthy of loving myself. I am just damn worthy in general. And then give yourself a little hug, like literally like hug yourself, like squeeze yourself and just say, I am worthy. I know I am worthy. I know I am worthy. This feels very powerful. No wonder why you guys had like a different spread and all this. This is deep shit. It's very different energy than the other ones, but like, again, it's so loving. It's not, they're not, your guides aren't trying to scare you. They're just trying to let you know, like, it is time to take this path. So now I'm going to read this one. Oh my God, the time is now. Oh, as soon as I said that. The time is now. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. Wow, can't make this shit up. The time is now. Wow. I'm speechless. That's amazing. It's time. It is time for this start of this journey for you. I'm hearing it's time, like, I know I keep saying to look at that path and saying you deserve it, but it's time to take the first step on that path. And that first step of that path, of going down the path of your desired outcomes, is to look at it and say, that's what I'm aiming for. That's your first step. The time is now for you to simply claim, that is the path I am choosing. I am choosing to go down the path that's authentic to me and that I wish to go down, that my desire, like my soul is craving. Even again, if it's hard to wrap your mind around, like deserving it right now, that's what you're going to work through. That's okay. But if you claim, this is the path I want, that's your first step. So claim that shit. Got so many chills reading that one. This one says, send positive vibes and messages to someone today. Accidentally wrote with someone today, but to someone today. And I'm hearing this is to yourself. Send love to yourself. I'm hearing, okay, this is funny. Group number 2 also got some like homework. Not me. Spirit, your guides want you to sit down, make a cozy atmosphere, and write down 50 things. I know it's a lot, but trust me, it's really awesome. It's a really good exercise. 50 things that you appreciate about yourself and your life that you live right now. But really try to focus on yourself, the qualities that you have, how you interact with other people, experiences that you've overcome. Like, just really focus on sending positive vibes and messages. Okay, wait, so you can do that. Or I'm hearing write 20 things. Okay, write 20 things that you love about yourself right now, positive messages, and the next 30 could almost be going back to your past self. I'm hearing and sending you love in certain situations. So I feel like this is going to feel better for a lot of you. I'm almost hearing this is for most of you. Some of you might choose the first one. Great. That means that one's for you. But this one, the 20, I'm hearing 20 things you appreciate and love about yourself right now. All 20. 30 things that you want to send love to yourself in the past. So for instance, for me, an example would be like in a relationship I'm very unhappy in. What I have actually done is sent myself like energy, or like I'll visualize myself in moments where like I was being verbally manipulated and all of that stuff, and like I'll send myself love, like, you don't deserve this, you are loved, you will move through this, like, we are better now, we're in a better place now. And I'm almost feeling like, write those things down for you. Like, think of moments in your life that made you, like, that you've been thinking a lot of, that make you feel like you're undeserving of this happiness, and send yourself love. Say, me, in this situation, I felt like shit. Right now, I'm sending you so much love because you are loved. You don't deserve to hear this. You're not stupid. You are actually very clever and inspiring. Like, you know, like, change the narrative in the past, and that's going to really help you, like, really change that perspective for yourself, is what I'm hearing. Like, you're really going to help, it's going to really help you take more steps down that path of your desired outcomes in life, of what you really desire in life, because you're changing the narrative. As you write these things, and do it physically, because it helps connect the brain more, or if you're someone who needs to use alternative devices, obviously, then do what you need to do for yourself. Make it, you know, accommodate, modify it however you need to for yourself. Yeah, but I'm just really hearing, yeah, things that you're very proud of right now. Send love to yourself right now, 20 things, and then 30 things of going in the past and sending yourself love, or rewriting the narrative. And that's going to really help shift that focus and help that mindset of giving you that love that you really need, and you're going to start surrounding yourself in that energy that they're telling you to call in. Woo, this is powerful. This feels so powerful. Okay, now these two are for you. So be your own oracle. That means you're going to look at these cards. I'm not going to say a thing. Usually I laugh because, you know, what do you mean? And yeah, and so then you'll be able to figure out, what do these mean specifically for you? That's what I love about it, because then it's very individualized for you. And I forgot to say this in the beginning, but again, this was a collective reading. Sometimes I'll hold up cards, and maybe as I'm talking, you're like, that doesn't feel aligned to my situation. That's because it might not be. But maybe when you look at the card, or hear or hear what's on the card, you come up with your own alternative meaning for it. That means you're being your own oracle, and that's exactly what you need to hear. So that's what happens to me during card readings. Like, if I do pick a card, someone will hold up a card, and I'll find myself like almost blocking out what they're saying, so I'm getting different messages. So that might have happened to you. I know that's perfectly fine. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because this was a very heavy reading. And so I feel, if some parts you're like, that just really doesn't align, and then you feel kind of nervous because of the weight of this reading, it wasn't for you, and that is okay. Maybe it means something different. So I just felt called to say that. Again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I'm hearing the time is now for all of you. It is time to get in this space of calling in this higher vibe energy and changing your focus to the path that you want. Okay, first card up. We love this guy. And then this one. I'm being like told to hold it like that. Oh no. Looks like the squirrel's about to bite off his finger. That's all I'm gonna say. But these are your cards to be your own oracle. So I'm very curious, if you feel like sharing, you can share in the comments what these meant to you. And I just feel called to share this again with you. I don't know, just beautiful energy is being sent your way. There, the squirrel is eating it, trying to gnaw on it. Well, thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today. I hope this really spoke to you, and that you feel the gentle love from your guides, and also from me. Like, I am sending you so much love. If you feel like a personalized reading, I have many kinds to choose from on my website. I actually recently added a Fun Friday vibe one, so you can kind of get the laughter in with the, you know, the seriousness, or I have other ones if you're interested. Or you can just stick to YouTube if this is what you feel called to do, you know? Do what feels aligned to you. Again, stick on that path that feels right to you. I'm getting one last message of, tune out what others say that doesn't feel aligned, and really listen to, like, start listening to your heart. And that's very important. The song, like, listen to your heart. when he's calling for you. Is that the lyrics? But that's what came to me. Listen to your heart. I feel like this could be like a montage with that. Like, you know, on YouTube it'd be like this cheesy, like they show up randomly and like, listen to your heart when he's calling for you. Okay, on that beautiful note, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great day or evening, whatever time it is in the universe that you're watching this. So long.
Ooh, yeah, it's Fun Friday.